Hey, welcome back to another episode of John's Cryptotherapy. A lot of questions I've been getting about Ecomi and Bitcoin. I said to myself, let's make a video. Let's try to explain what price is going to do and how we can react towards price action. And the other question that I do get often is, are we in the bear cycle or is this bear cycle going to happen? If we are going to see the bear cycle, we do need to see the break of the $30,000 mark. The $30,000 mark is such a staple mark, especially for Bitcoin, in the sense that this is our strong ground, right? We do have a lot of key levels in the market. We did break it from way back around Jan 05, 2021. And now we're seeing that, the price is trending above structure. We are seeing higher highs in a sense in the bigger patterns. But right now we're seeing short term, it is a falling. Is this a great idea for us to say, hey, look, are we slowly going to be in the bear market? So for this sense, we do want to look at everything that's going around in the market, the news and everything of that nature. But right now, when we're looking at strictly technical analysis, we did have that key break. We were looking for that break to the upside. We did have 44,553 level mark, roughly around that zone being resistance. Then we seen price going back down, double top, good confirmation for a selling order. And guess what? The price did go down. A lot of people are saying, hey, look, is this a time where we should sell? I would say right now, it is still a great time. We could see a small push to the upside. This is going to dictate to us, hey, is this going to be long-term or are we going to see a short-term move to the downside and we're going to scrap all of our buying opportunities and start to be sellers? The reasons why I truly do want to say we do have opportunities to slowly be in the bias to the upside once key levels are broken. I would truly say if the 44,589 zone, remember guys, when it's a zone, it's roughly that element of that number. When that is broken, we are going to see a huge pump to the upside. That's the only time I would say we will resume our bullish mentality for Bitcoin. Then a lot of altcoins will pick up, and that's a good factor. What I would do personally is this. If we do see Bitcoin rally right now, we are going to see it going all the way back to the top. What is going to be priceless in a sense that we want to take advantage is if it does go to the top, we want to start to short a lot of our altcoins, especially if we do see a lot of wick rejections. Reasons why this could be another confirmation and giving us more strength that we can start to push down. If it does not break down now, this would be the break. If we do have wick rejections and a retest of structure, then this is going to go lower. But if we do decide to break this structure, that's when we will start to buy a lot of our altcoins and start to have confidence that the crypto market is still going to continue. The reasons why I wanted to bring up this chart is to show you guys there's always patterns developing in front of us. And in order for us to be really smart traders or start to, put it in every single aspect of being a trader, we want to draw out a lot of patterns that make sense. So I'm going to take away this descending wedge right here. As you guys can see, this is a channel formation going to the upside. So this channel formation is showing me each time this came to this level, we did have some support, becoming resistance, support, resistance, and now support. So the way that I'm looking at this is I would love for this to be the bottom of this channel to give us confirmation for us to actually hit the bottom or the middle of this channel. Of course, the bottom of this resistance or actually the top of this channel. This will be great confirmation for me to see a retest and look for great opportunities to buy. But of course, this is an image that could happen or could not happen. So the other thing that I want to talk about is what is happening here in price, right? We do have some reaction candles. We do have some bullish momentum candles. What I like to say is if this candle right here does close above the previous red bearish candle, we could see some bullish activity and we could see the top of this medium channel being hit. That will be great confirmation to, start looking to buy a lot of your altcoins just for a short term and look to sell. Remember, it's not financial advice. This is just my advice on why I like to do the things I do. The other thing that I want you guys to take a look at is this. When we do go to the medium line, I think we are going to get a reaction. This reaction is going to be important to me due to the fact that when you look at this reaction, we always had big engulfing candles breaking through this structure. The structure is a valuable level, especially because if we have big candles like this breaking through, that means we might get a huge candle breaking above structure. That's why I think it is highly possible we're going to see the $44,730 mark roughly being hit. So in that short-term perception, we could see some price going to the upside. The reasons why I am still bearish in a sense is if we put the Ichimoku out, let's go right here, we do see, what it is inside the cloud. It is still falling below structure. So as we know how to trade the Ichimoku, as long as the cloud is above the structure, we're still bearish. And of course, when price moves above the structure, we will start to be bullish. And for those reasons, that's why we're still bearish. And the other thing that we can see that is really positive in this scene is we do have this green cloud forming. This green cloud is giving confirmation. We can slowly see some bullish runs to the upside. And you know what? We could look for these targets to be hit. If price does break to the downside, we will for sure see some low levels. This is where we're going to decide, are we going to be in the crypto market for this term, or are we looking to short a lot of our positions, get out and come for the next cycle? So that's a decision we're going to make when it gets too close to this level. But right now we still have some bullish momentum. I do believe we do have some rallies to the upside. Let's just give it some time and develop some techniques and tricks and see if this does make sense, right? We will see what Bitcoin is going to do. Everything is playing off of Bitcoin, guys, so remember that as well. If we do see price jump, we are going to see a reaction for a lot of altcoins. If it does break below structure, we are for sure going to sell and make a ton of money looking to sell, while other people or other investors are still looking to hold. Okay, now we're going to go on to the Omi chart right here. So for Omi, we do have this descending wedge that we were talking about previously. We did want to see some reactions a little bit closer. We wanted to see price actually jump to the top. This would give us confirmation that if this did happen and we did have that key breakout, we could have looked for the retest of the previous structure, looking left of structure, of course, then we could have seen the push to the upside. This would have been a strong move for us to dictate, you know what, this is what we wanted to see. But of course, this did not happen. We did see a fall below structure in a sense in the wedge, and now it's giving me confirmation what is next. See, a lot of traders would say, hey, look, we're still bearish, but when we look around these levels, we do have a lot of wick rejections. These are zones. As a trader, we want to trade these zones, and we can clearly see right now there is some indecision candles. Indecision candles can technically mean we can have a reversal to the upside. Of course, we need to be patient. We need to wait for structures to break before we start to see bullish momentum. But for now, we are going to be patient in towards our ideas of being a trader. What I would say right now, we're in the middle of Judgment Day. So when I say we're in the middle of Judgment Day, this is what's going to happen. If Omi does break to the bottom side, which I think it could happen, absolutely. Why? When performances were happening in the crypto cycle, when we seen Bitcoin, when we seen ADA, a lot of these other coins pumping, what did Omi do? It couldn't even reach its all-time high. So if it did not even reach its all-time high, why is it going to be strong enough to hold throughout the cycle when a lot of coins are dumping? So for that reason alone, just that little reason, we might still have some bearish news to come. So if we do see bearish price going lower, we're going to look for this level to take our first take profit. If price does break down and we do see a great engulfing red bearish candle and we do see price going lower, so guess what, guys, roughly around the 0.0034 mark, that's where we're going to start to pick up more of our Omi tokens for future references. Do I believe Omi can go all the way to the bottom? Of course it can. That does not mean it is a bad project. That just means structurally it never built strong, stable structures. Even though the 0.0050 level is one of our strongest holds, it shows you even the coins that built the most structures over time, it can still get broken just like that. So for that purpose, we are going to see some moves to the downside. We just have to be patient and see what happens then. Right now, we do have this beautiful formation. We talked about this previously in one of my long-term videos, and this was the moment when I said, oh no, this could be one of our biggest bearish scene scenarios that could ever happen. This is a head and shoulders pattern. Head and shoulders pattern means, guess what, guys, we're going down. This is a move that just shows you that when we do have that key breakout, where does it fall? It falls roughly around the levels of the bottom, exactly at the bottom where we picked up the most Omi token when we seen price going lower. So is this a bad scene? Of course not. Why do I say that? Because I'm not a moon boy in a sense. I don't want the coin to moon right away. I want the coin to build as much structure as it can, because over time, these are structures that I'm going to trade, but of course, these are going to be stronger in time. So if it's stronger in time, we could just take buys and sells and make the most. As an investor, of course, we want to see this token moon, but right now it might not even be ready to moon. So for that purpose, the best thing to do, look to short when you see a break roughly around 0.0056. ish levels and we do see a red candle, that is a great sign to look for shorts. Let's just see where the price is going. Remember, we had this this was a bearish pattern, guys, right here. And also we do have another bearish pattern right here. This right here was an ascending triangle. Ascending triangle was also broken to the downside, giving me the same confirmation that price is going to go lower. Does it mean it could go all the way to the bottom? Of course not. It means there is still great chances we can see reversals roughly around the 0.0033. And of course, we can see the final reversal exactly at the bottom, 0.0014. You know, a lot of people are going to say, hey, look, you're trying to dump OMI, you're trying to do all of this. No, guys, at the end of the day, when OMI's price is this low, the more OMI token we burn, the more advantage we get as a community to burn more OMI, because I do believe in this project. I think this project is going to skyrocket, but of course, this project is going to be affected by Bitcoin. Why? Bitcoin was here first, and it's the bigger adapter. And because of that, we need to start trading off of what Bitcoin is doing. If Bitcoin breaks to the upside, this is what it's going to happen. I'm going to look for buying opportunities right here. We're going to see prices going all the way to the top. If price does not break this trend line right here, if it does not break this right here, guys, we're going to see a retest. And if it does come back to this key level and we get a reaction, that basically means if we don't break it, we're going to get a retest and price can go back down. This is what is happening right in front of us. But of course, the key level is this right here. If 0.0056 holds, we should see price going back up. Bitcoin is going to give us that little indication of what it's going to happen. The other thing I want to show you, this is more of a bullish scenario. This is bearish. Does not mean anything's wrong. We did take our first take profit. If you guys did watch the break of the trend line, this is a great confirmation to take your first take profits. Great levels to take profits, okay? So I'm going to remove all these drawings right here. Let's go to the weekly chart right here. I do want to give you guys a bullish scenario and why I'm still a little bullish, in the sense that we still have some strong grounds to hold. See this right here? This is still a flag formation that you guys can see clearly. It is making a lot of sense. This is the flag right here. The pull is going to go to the bottom and this is the flag. I want to look for the fib retracement of 50%. That's what I like to do when I look at flags, to show me strong grounds. Right here, you guys can see it did surpass the 50, but roughly still in the margin of the 50. And the 61.8 is going to be my other level. That's going to make a lot of sense. So what do I think it's going to happen? What do I think is going to happen? I think we might see a bounce on Bitcoin. I truly do. Bitcoin still has a lot of ways to go down before it's broken and we start this bearish cycle, and a lot of people give up on crypto and start to come back next year. But for this purpose, because we're still in a strong ground on Bitcoin and now we found another strong ground on OMI, this could be still a great chance for us to buy. Of course, if we're buying, we're taking profits right away at 0.0068. Why is that? Because that's the channel. Because that's the way to be a smart trader. Of course, there is a medial line right here. You guys can take profits as well. And this will be roughly the 0.0052-ish levels too. So this is also a great confirmation. What do I think can happen if price breaks down? If price breaks down this flag formation, 100% guys, we're going all the way back down. Reasons why: this is our strongest flag. If this does get broken on the weekly, we're absolutely going to go down. If we're going to go down, be a smart investor. Look to sell some positions and reaccumulate more OMI tokens on the bottom. That's the smart way of being an advanced trader and taking the best advantage you can in this crypto market this cycle. All right, so that's how we're going to do it. Let's go back into the daily. Let's see what else we could see right here, okay? So the reasons why I wanted to go back to daily, let's put the Ichimoku, and you guys can clearly see right here what the Ichimoku is showing us. It is showing us a bearish move. Bearish moves means basically, guys, we're still seeing price going a little bit lower. We do have this zone that we drew out as well. Let me get back into this. And the zone was roughly right around here. So yeah, price can go a little bit lower. That's why I drew this out right here, this zone. And the zone is going to give me some great clarity. If, repeat, once again, guys, if this zone is broken and we do see price going lower, that means our flag is broken. Also, our key level, once again, is going to be destroyed. This is another level that we could look left of structure. You can see a lot of wick rejections. Sure, it makes a great validation for a zone. If this gets broken, we're going to go down. Yes, we already broke our head and shoulders. Sure, it already started to go down, and you guys can see it started to fall right here. It fell right there. But remember, as a trader, it could reverse right there. That's why we put our first take profit right here. we want to look for our new level of take profits. That's going to be the break of this. The reasons why I say if it breaks there, it's going to go all the way back down, because remember guys, our true level of key support should be the level that we're at right here, 0.00504446, roughly around that level should be our strongest level ever. Reasons why: that's the only level, multiple touches of support and resistance, and if we do see a break, that is going to be dramatic. We are going to go down, and I'm loving it because we're going to get an opportunity to dip our hands in the cheapest, once again, the cheapest price we could get Omi token once again. You guys should be really happy. Don't be sad if you do see price going lower. This is opportunities to be invested in such a great project and go to the moon all together as a community. The other benefit of this right here is if it does not break lower and we do see Bitcoin going a little bit higher, we're going to see take profits in the medial channel, and we are also going to see take profits at the top of the channel. That's my recommendations. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is something that I will look to do myself as well, and this is the formation I will love to do. The other thing is, if price does break this, do not look to buy until we have a retest of structure, because price, I think it's going to go to the top there for a third take profit. So remember, this is 1, 2, and 3. We're going to see a retest of structure coming back down, because I don't think we might break this the first time or the third time. Once again, why? It's our key level of support and resistance. Right now it's acting as resistance, so that means we need more volume, more strength for us to break that structure. For that time being, remember guys, this is just a warning video. Don't look to sell until we see this level getting broken. Once we see 0.0044 broken, confirmed with that retest and breakout strategy, look to sell and enjoy that sell, because there's going to be great profits at the bottom when you start to rebuy a lot of your tokens. Last but not least, let's just go and do a real quick analysis on Bitcoin once again. So for the purpose of Bitcoin right now, guys, we're still in great levels of support. As much as people say we're looking more bearish, yes we are, but still we do have some great levels of support. Remember, we have this channel formation forming right here, and just for this purpose, this channel right here is showing me. Let me delete this so you guys can see the channel which I'm trying to draw out right here. We do have some confirmation that this channel is looking really nice, right? This channel is giving me 3 touches, giving me confirmation. This could be the bounce that we're looking for. If this is the bounce that we're looking for, guess what? We could get a key reaction for us to see price going up. If price goes up here, this is where you look at Omi token right now and see if we got a bullish candle, look to buy. And of course, guys, the key element behind everything, look to take profits. And this is why multiple confluence makes sense, because the top of the channel, but of course the support and resistance gives a multiple confluence, that this is going to be the indication of a sell. Once this is broken and we do see a structural break, we go back into the Omi token, and that break right there is going to represent the break exactly of 0.0081. Why? That's our toughest hold. This is our toughest hold for Omi, and it's just going to make sense. Once we see Bitcoin pumping, a lot of investors are going to come into Omi. Omi is a project that you need to have. Remember, I have a lot of tokens. I invested throughout the crypto cycle. Omi caught my eyes right away. Not a lot of tokens could do that. I do believe a lot of great value is going to come to Omi. It's just taking time. But guess what, guys? The best thing in life also takes time. So remember, guys, it's not financial advice. Once again, this is my advice. Hopefully this video does calm you down, give you back into the reality. We still have great chances for Bitcoin to moon. And if Bitcoin moons, of course, Omi is going to follow. Great coin, just make some great decisions and you will make some profits this cycle. Other than that, take it easy and John out. Peace.